I've messed up this intro a couple of times, guys, but I plan on making these videos 5 to 6 minutes long, maybe a bit longer, keep them under 10 minutes really, because I struggle to waffle quite a bit, but I'm going to be trying to get as much information as possible and making it as short as possible at the same time. I wrote down quite a few things to talk about and some other stuff to bring up in future videos. Another thing I want to do in future is possibly do one of these live, so I can I won't struggle as much, and you guys can give me you guys with your specific problems, etc., etc. So when when um when trying to become a good fighter, you need to try and find what works for you best. Instead of trying to copy some of the best fighters like Vidal, Noah, Reason, Venofen, and you need to find what works for you. Because they all found what works for them. That's why they all have unique playstyles. Noah, he thinks through what he's doing and just abuses certain things. I do the same type of thing, but I'll talk about me in a second. Reason, he gets the damage in and then he doesn't stop aggressing till the opponent's dead. It's just abusing his aim at the same time because these guys have really good aim as well. That's why a lot of things help. I don't think you guys should VOD review because from my own experiences is that when I VOD review, I don't really see my mistakes. I just think, yeah, that was fine, and I bet you guys think the same thing as well. That's why you need someone else. I'd say if you this is not just for fighting guys, this is in everything. Okay, you don't see the mistake you made, and also you don't see a lot. So you guys should really get a coach to help you with like certain things about VOD reviewing. Like if you guys ever want to get watched back, because they can see your mistakes. They're seeing things they're not agreeing with. You thinking that's the best decision I could have made. A lot of people struggle to VOD review because they think they're perfect and it wasn't their fault. And people can't seem to accept stuff. I had the same problem, which is why I don't VOD review myself. I let others VOD review and I try and talk my way out of it when I don't agree with what they're saying. But at the end of the day, they know more than me, even though if I seem to place more than them. Um, my fellow pros playstyles like Noah, Vidal, okay, and Reason, and all great fighters. Benji, his ping is so abusive, okay? He allows himself to be fast, 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 which keeps people not on guard. Like every time I fought Benji, I have to watch. I have to think, okay, and react fast enough because whenever I fight him in a game, it's just constant, constant, constant. Doesn't stop. With Reason, constant aggression. With Noah, he thinks, and I don't know about Vidal. But the thing about me, guys, is that I do things that you guys can copy. This is a good playstyle to copy that I have. Because constant aggression won't always work. But Reason seemed to find his niche, the perfect amount. I really abuse angles, and my box fighting's very good. And of course, I have good aim, and that obviously helps. You guys, I'll talk about aim in a minute, guys. Box fighting is so powerful, guys, and fighting as a team, knowing how to fight as a team and knowing when to press. From that, honestly, I think guys you need to VOD review yourself. You need to get VOD review, knowing is that a good way to fight, and knowing pinches, etc., etc. And fighting in no lag versus stacked games. That's a big thing. Okay, in stacked games, you need to like change your playstyle quite a bit. That's why kids who dominate arena can't do shit in stacked games because you can't do 95% of the shit you're doing in your solo arena games. Like Peace Control, it's not as good in the stacked teams because you can't do it. You can't do it. You can do it, but not as effective, which is a big struggle. And what the main thing you have to use in stack games is your aim and knowing when you can make a play. That's why I've gotten so much better at stack games, because I, instead of trying to just like legit just shit on them, I'm thinking of a way I can make a play with my teammate and not making the solo play anymore. I went from thinking in my head to thinking outwards and seeing, oh, there's a potential kill and stuff like that. You guys can do the same thing where you can see, oh, there's a way I can get in his face and abuse my better weapons, or this is where I need a refresh and this is how I could potentially get it. And then tack versus charge debate and which one worked for stacked games. People would say that the tack is better in stacked games, and I could somewhat agree. But for me, it was always tack, and like for me, it was always tack. But recently, it's changed to both. You can use either. Charge is good, and especially in duos and trios. In duos, you will have one tack, one charge, and in trios, one double barrel, and then just do whatever. Okay, you have to have a charge in one of your at least one of your trio, and at least one in your duo. And then double bar if you can, because double bars are abusive. You can change your playstyle. So you can put plays so much around them, like going for heights and just all psychoing one guy because you know you're gonna do 150 damage plus, and then you 100% gonna get a kill. You can use either, honestly, because they don't really matter that much in stacked games and builds. Yeah, they don't shoot. It sometimes doesn't shoot. Maybe you're clicking too fast, okay? But like that happens not just in stacked games, happens in every game. Okay, guys. How to find a trio that works for your playstyle. You just need to. Fighting isn't really too important in stacks games, but you need to be able to find refreshes because a lot of formats are kill dependent nowadays. Every format is kill dependent, or mostly kill dependent, and kills matter. Look at the last few events. Duo Dreamhack, that literally happened less than an hour ago. It may be hard placement, but at the same time, it's also hard kills. You can benefit both. And kills are obviously more dominating, and it can set you apart from everything. Even if you guys get top 15 with 6 kills, it can set you apart from people who got top 6 with 3 kills. I mean, with like 2 kills. You just have to know how to get refreshes, guys, and that will come with experience and seeing the plays you can make, which I talked about earlier. Seeing a way to get a kill and a refresh in any type of situation in a game, and when you need kills and when you don't. How to play defensive and how to end fights quicker and how to counter attack, really. So when you guys, let's say this guy runs up to you, hits you with an AR for 110, and let's imagine it's a solo cash grab. It's much different in trios and duos and team game modes, but let's imagine it's a solo cash, okay? You have to make space, and then you have to play off the space you made, because he has to play around your builds if he wants to do that, or he's just going to let you heal, and then he'll go into a stalemate. If he wants to do anything, he has to get into your edit. So you have to make space, okay, guys? You change to metal, you make the space, and you play around it, okay? You play around the right-hand peaks, you play around the angles, because angles, guys, angles are abusive, okay? Angles are abusive as fuck. Especially with piece control. You guys can abuse piece control and angles at the same time. You can put yourself into ways where, like, look. You just have to get used to it, guys. We're using piece control to make someone, force them into a bad angle. That's like, look at this, guys. That's such a good peak, and it's so easy to do. You're just placing builds. You guys can get your mechs better from working on this map. The code's at the top. It's Raiders Piece Control map, and it can help so much. And ending fights quicker. Honestly, you just keep applying the pressure, and you knowing when you put yourself into a bad spot, but you can also play that bad spot to your advantage. When you put yourself into a bad spot, you can sometimes just, how to counter it and how to play to your advantage despite that not being your advantage, you know? They know you're in a bad spot and then they go to do the edit on you. That's what Reason's playstyle is a little bit. He's done the pressure, he's done the damage, and then he's trying to keep applying pressure, and he knows you can still edit on. He knows you can do all of that, okay? He knows there's a chance all of that can happen. And that's how he plays. Mechs are still important, guys, despite you thinking, oh, you can't do any of the flashy shit in actual laggy games. You can still do the flashy shit in the laggy games, guys. And mechs are still important because when you need to get yourself out of a sticky situation and knowing, um, and being able to do those mechanical things to get you out. How important is natural talent versus hard work? And how much that contributes to fighting? Talent, natural talent is 90% of your way to get to a pro level. Genetics, as Calc would say. 90% is natural talent, maybe 80%, okay? But to stay a pro and to get yourself to pro level, it takes hard work. I've gotten myself 13 KPR this year basically from natural talent. I don't play this game much, okay? I don't think I've queued for a solo arena game today. And arena's like really not, like, for me, I hate playing arena. I get myself the champs and then I practically let it decay. If I have nothing to do, I play some arena, but it's boring as hell, guys. You can play realistics and that can mimic real life fights, okay? And you can still use your shit in realistics to happen in stacks games because you can still see which works and what doesn't work. I said I was gonna make this like 6 or 7 minutes, but I guess I've got a lot of points actually, and I did ramble a bit on some. How powerful angles are. Angles, they can win you fights. They can just win you fights because even if the player you're playing against has the best aim in the game, and you're putting them into a bad angle, they can't do more damage than you. If you put yourself into a good position and you have okay aim, you will win versus someone who is in a shit position who has amazing aim. As long as you put yourself into a good position and play the angles, you can work on them well. And Destiny 2's box fight course is a good way to do that because of how he talks about angles so much and how powerful they are in box fighting. I had some help from Bluemeats in making this video because he helped me come up with some points because I struggle quite a bit with this type of stuff. Aim training, guys, just do some aim duels. I don't really know. Kovacs doesn't. I don't know if Kovacs can help you to somewhat of a degree, and then it just stops helping you. As long as you make your aim consistent and okay, it'll be fine. As long as you can hit the shot when you need to hit the shot, it's perfectly fine. For me, aim duel 30 minutes a day. I don't aim duel, but I've been trying to get to do it more so I can get my aim better because I only have okay aim. I rambled quite a bit, but 12.5-minute video is fine, and I hope I helped you guys. Bye.